Panther Nation, Pantherologists, we're going to review those free agent signings. So let's get it. What is going on, guys? Clay here, back at it again with yet another edition of Pantherology. I know it's been almost at least 2 weeks since I've posted last. I apologize. I have been very busy with my current company that I work for. I wish I was just doing this full time, but unfortunately, that's not the case right now. Maybe one day, right? But yeah, we're just going to be reviewing those free agent signings. I kind of just want to give my overview about it. So that's what we're going to dive into today. As always, make sure you pound that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe to the channel if you love the content I'm putting out there. Feel free to leave a comment down below and click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. Sponsorship of today's video is, of course, betusa.com. I have been in talk with other sponsorships right now, just have not signed anything off yet. So there will be some sponsorships coming soon. I will obviously be posting them up, and obviously you'll be seeing them on the video and stuff like that. So just be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout for more content coming your way, guys. Just now that I have some breathing room and I'm back home because I was traveling. Yeah, be on the lookout for some more videos. All right. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. So after trading with the Chicago Bears to acquire that #1 overall pick, the Carolina Panthers are now focused on finding their long-term quarterback for the future in this draft. Either selecting C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, who knows, Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, but I really think it's between Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. So here is just a review of each NFL free agent that the Carolina Panthers have signed in 2023, along with how each will affect next season. Now, DJ Chark, receiver from the Detroit Lions, agreed to a one-year deal with us, and in an effort to replace DJ Moore, was part of the transaction with the Bears, right, for that first overall pick in the draft. Now the Panthers have a veteran outside threat to go along with experienced possession receiver Adam Thielen. Regardless of who is selected first overall, the quarterback will be supported by skilled players and an offensive line that will set him up for immediate success. Next guy I want to talk about here is kicker Eddie Pinata. Now, Pinata, you like how I say that, will return to the Carolina Panthers on a 2-year deal. Now, the kicker who took over for Zane Gonzalez after releasing him, the Panthers were pleased with how Gonzalez handled, after missing 2 game-winning kicks in Atlanta that ultimately made us, probably lose the NFC South Championship. He successfully executed his remaining 19 kicks while maintaining composure. Receiver Adam Thielen, the veteran Minnesota receiver, signed a 3-year contract with the Carolina Panthers. Now, Thielen is 32. Will replace the seasoned presence that the Panthers lost when they sent DJ Moore to Chicago for that first overall pick. Now, Moore was more of a leader by example than the loud one, I would say. You know what I mean? Thus, in some ways, he could provide more leadership to the group. Thielen needs to support the quarterback that the Panthers choose with the first choice, likely either C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. Next guy I want to talk about is the running back Miles Sanders. Now, the Panthers and Sanders did agree to a 4-year deal, which was around $25 million. Now, a dynamic young 25-year-old running back who can aid in the running game and passing game, signed a 4-year contract with us. And additionally, they've added another component to the jigsaw puzzle to ease the burden of the quarterback position, ultimately whoever they choose first, right? So last season, Sanders contributed significantly to the Eagles' high-scoring attack. He ran for 1,269 yards, which was pretty amazing. And then on top of that, Deuce Staley, who is currently with the Carolina Panthers, was his positioning coach when he was a rookie back in 2019, and he hauled in 50 catches for over 509 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, according to a source with knowledge of the matter, Sanders will create a fantastic dual threat with Chuba Hubbard. Next is guard Justin McRae. Now, McRae, who played the previous 2 seasons with the Houston Texans, signed with us, and with Austin Corbett, with the right guard who is rehabbing from an ACL surgery, may not be ready to start when the season comes. Now, thus McRae serves as a nice little insurance piece, right? So he's also gives a starting lineup that has gained depth. For the most of his career, he is largely employed as a right guard. He was previously worked with the Carolina offensive line coach James Campen at Green Bay, Cleveland, and in Houston. Next guy I want to talk about here is DeSean Williams, defensive tackle. Now, Williams agreed to terms with the Panthers, and Williams will presumably play in the opposite of Derek Brown in Carolina's new 3-4 scheme, which has a fixed starting defensive front. Now, the nose tackle position will be held by Tuttle, who I'll talk about here shortly, who signed a contract earlier in the free agency period. Now, Williams can also play tackle if Carolina switches to a 4-3 formation. However, the 30-year-old was brought in due of his much-needed experience at the 3-4 scheme, which he played under Egirio Evrio, now Carolina's defensive coordinator, while he was in Denver with the Broncos. Now, the player grew up a few hours away in central South Carolina and attended Clemson University. Now, the next guy I want to talk about here is tight end Hayden Hurst. Now, Hurst, who spent last season with the Cincinnati Bengals, reached an agreement with Carolina on a 3-year deal over $21 million, $13 million guaranteed. The Panthers didn't want to pay a top dollar for a tight end receiving threat. But Hurst was a decent mid-level acquisition. Now, the Ravens took the former South Carolina standout in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft, but he hasn't exactly prospered as many people would have liked. His 4th team in 6 seasons will be Carolina. However, he has been effective, catching 56 receptions for the Falcons back in 2020 and 52 for the Bengals last season. So Hurst decreases the pressure for Carolina to make a tight end priority in the draft and provides a huge 6'4" target for their yet to be named first round choice. Next guy I want to talk about here is quarterback Andy Dalton. Now, Dalton signed a 2-year, $10 million contract with $8 million guaranteed. Now, the Panthers couldn't have chosen, I think, a more capable veteran to support whoever they choose with that first overall pick in the draft, whether it's, Stroud or Young. Now, Dalton is 35 now, is near the conclusion of his career, and is prepared to continue serving as a mentor as he has in recent years. Now, the New Orleans Saints signed him last season to aid in Jameis Winston's development before an injury made him start for 14 games. He is precise and wise in his choices, and I think Dalton offers a Carolina quarterback capable of winning in week 1 if the top choice isn't ready for the season opener. Next guy I want to talk about here, and this is a guy we brought back, Bradley Bozeman. Now, Bozeman will return to Carolina under a 3-year deal, $18 million contract, and the Panthers' starting offensive line, which over the final 12 games of the previous season helped them finish 7th in the NFL in rushing. And he is still under contract, thank goodness. Now, whoever the quarterback is in Carolina, and whoever we choose first, will be protected by a solid seasoned bunch and have a strong running game to, relieve some of that pressure off of him. That is one of the goals he has set for the offseason, has been achieved by general manager Scott Fitterer. Now, the next guy I want to talk about here is Von Bell, safety from the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, we obviously reached an agreement with him under his contract, and the Panthers may now shift 2020 second round selection Jeremy Chin, who spent a large portion of the season playing more linebacker than safety, closer to the line of scrimmage. Now at safety, Chin failed at recovering a fumble or even making an interception last year. He just had one bag. And with the switch to a 3-4 system, I think Chin may get more action in zone blitz scenarios, similar to how, the Steelers deployed Troy Polamalu back in the day. Now, Carolina gains a more conventional safety and playmaker in Bell. In 2022, he did have 4 interceptions. Now, last but not least, nose tackle Shy Tuttle. Now, Tuttle previously of the New Orleans Saints and the Panthers have, we reached an agreement with him for a 3-year contract over $19 million with $13 million guaranteed money. Now, the Panthers are close to completing the construction of their new 3-4 defensive front. Now, Tuttle, who is 6'3", 300 pounds, will probably play nose tackle since the 3-4 system calls for the tackle and 2 ends to absorb blocks so the outside edge rushers can pressure the quarterback. Now, Tuttle will now be able to return home. He was raised in Midway, North Carolina, which is only around 68 miles from Charlotte. So, guys, that is my overview of the Carolina Panthers free agency. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you pound that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe to the channel if you love what I'm putting out there. Feel free to click that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. And also feel free to leave a comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Also, check out betusa.com. Link is down in the description. Promo code Pantherology. You know what to do. You can also check me out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm also pretty active there. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers Den on Facebook. And other than that, guys, y'all know what to do. Keep pounding.